Hey, welcome back to the next video. Today we're talking about diagnosing and repairing your cars. Okay, so in the last video we talked about you transporting your cars to your lot. Okay, so now you have a lot and you have a lot full of cars, right? Now it's time to check them out. You have to make sure that these cars are road safety, road safe to drive, or safe to drive on the road, whatever. Got to make sure that the tires are good. Got to make sure that the fluids are good. If you want to go ahead and do an oil change, is highly recommended. That way you know that all your cars have fresh oil changes. Check your brakes. If the brakes are more than 50%, you don't have to replace them. But if they're less than 50%, your best bet is to replace them. But you cannot make the car brand new. All right, you got to remember that. These are used cars. Things break down. You cannot make it brand new. You're going to lose all your profit trying to fix this car. All right, so do what's called a make ready and fix everything to the point where it's working, right? Properly. Not southern engineer. Don't southern engineer things for it to work. But, you know, do your best to make sure that this is something that if you bought, would you be satisfied with, right? So if it's good enough for you, it should be good enough for your customer. Or, you know, I guess I'll leave that one up to you. It's kind of like an ethical thing, right? So like I was telling you, once your cars are on the lot and you get to test drive them, you gotta test drive them. Make sure you drive them yourself in case a customer goes out on a test drive and they come back and they tell you, hey, it's making this rattle noise, yada, yada, yada. So you're gonna wanna have that first-hand experience before you take these customers on test drive. So make sure you drive these cars yourself, make sure you inspect them, look for leaks, look for anything, you know, and things that were not disclosed by the auction, that this is going to come with experience. You may not know everything your first run about, but trust me, as you're buying these cars, you will start to understand what's what and what's not. You know, what works, what doesn't work. You will see damages that shouldn't be there, damages that were undisclosed by the auction, things that just slipped up the condition report guy, right? So you got to remember that too. And number one thing that I tell you, please make sure that you find a reputable shop to fix your cars. You don't want to take your car to somewhere where you're going to have to keep taking it there because they can't fix the problem. Take it to a shop, pay the price, get your car fixed right, because that way you will expect payments and not problems. All right. If you have doubts that your car is going to give you issues, your best bet is to getting it inspected and fixed so those doubts are gone and you have nothing but confidence when you sell that car. This car is going to be a good car. This car is going to help, right? So a couple of things that you need to look at when you are sourcing shops. You got to ask or see if they show online whether they are ASE certified. ASE means Automotive Service for Excellence, or Automotive Service, for Excellence, which they make technicians go through school and then make them take tests, and if they pass the test they get ASE certified and you can get paid much more as a mechanic, right? Proves you're very knowledgeable. But these shops that are ASE certified means that they have taken the time to send their techs through school and through some sort of certification, right? So you know that at least they know what they're talking about. So next, reputation. Check the online reviews. The first thing you gotta do. And when you go to the reviews, look at the negative ones first. Once you look at the negative ones, then you'll know whether that's that shop you're going to work with or not. And if the reviews are like over a couple of years old, come on, guys, you know, maybe it's new management now. Try to give them the benefit of the doubt. Try to create a relationship with these people because, hey, they're going to be helping your customers. They're going to be helping you, and you guys are both going to be making money in the end, okay? Now, you also have to have a basic little limited knowledge when it comes to this, because sometimes shops, it is their job to sell you things that you don't need or sell you things that are almost needing to be replaced because it's their job to sell you repairs, right? So you got to understand what can be left alone and what needs to be replaced too. Like I said, this will come with time, and that's that experience that you're going to get. Don't worry, it will come and you will get it. And of course, you know, choose the one with a good reputation and always shop for price. People think that the dealership may be their best option. Your dealership, the main franchises are your best bet when it comes to diagnosing. If you don't know what the problem is and then your mechanic can't figure it out, the dealership is where it's going to end up at, because that's where the professionals are. And if the dealership can't figure it out, then they're going to send it to another franchise dealership with somebody who's smarter that's going to figure it out. But for diagnosing problems, I suggest you take it straight to the franchise dealership and pay for their diagnostics fee. Tell them you want a 120-point inspection, or tell them you're considering buying this car and you're trying to make sure that everything is in line. pay for that diagnostics, and then look at the report, try to find the parts online cheaper, and then try to have your mechanic do the labor or take it to a shop that's cheaper to do that labor for you. At least you know that fixing whatever the dealership told you will fix your issue for sure, and you will eliminate the next shop's problem of misdiagnosing your car. Okay? Now, the fair price shops are usually your privately owned, family owned shops that they're also ASE certified. They have the right equipment, they have the right tools, and will give you a better price than the dealership. Dealership average rate is usually $90 to $120 an hour, and these people will get it done for a lot less than that, like $45 to $65 an hour, which is much more manageable when it comes to larger jobs, right? So always shop for the best price, and then you need to pay the right price every time. How do you do that? Shops work with dealerships all the time because they know dealerships bring cars often. So let them know up front, hey, I'm a dealer, I'm the owner of XYZ Motors, and I'm looking to build a relationship where I can bring you all my cars, and work with them. You'll be surprised. Always try to speak with the owner or try to speak with the service manager, but somebody who's at an authority, somebody who can make decisions. Create an account with these shops and start sending your customers there. Sometimes they even create a tab for you where you can get all these repairs done, and then at the end of the month they'll ship you the tab and you can just pay it, kind of like a credit, But then whenever you get these repairs done, you need to understand what kind of job you need. When I mean repairs, I'm talking about general. I mean mechanic, and I mean auto body collision. If you buy these cars that are wrecked, you got to make sure you go to a reputable person, somebody who knows how to do this work, because paying on the same job twice is going to really cost you money. If you pay somebody because you thought it was a cheaper price and they give you the car and it looks like crap, you were better off just spending that extra money to the guy that was going to fix it right, because then you're going to have to pay full price again to get that new guy to help you fix it the way you're supposed to get it fixed. All right? I'm speaking from personal experience here. So go with the better guy. It pays to pay a little more. All right? A little more goes a long way most of the time. So like I said, let them know you're a car dealership. They will help you out. They will actually be willing to do more business with you. They'll give you specials, they'll give you incentives, and then you can ask for tips. You can say, hey, what car should I buy? What car shouldn't I buy? That way, when I bring them to you, you know what you can work on. So, kind of understand that, and then look around your area, what kind of cars they have, and what kind of market you're trying to get, right? And the last thing, always negotiate. All right, and I'm speaking from experience. Somebody throws a price out there for you, always try to negotiate it down, okay? Because there's always room. There's always room, even a couple of cents, even a penny, right? Just to make you feel better that you negotiated it. There's always room. And if you never ask, you'll never know. Closed mouth don't get fed, right? So if they quote you a certain amount, you got to negotiate it. You go in and they quote you $150 or $300 for your brake set job, front and back. You can tell them, hey, keep in mind that I'm a dealership and I'm going to be bringing you more customers and more customers. Can you hook me up? Can you do it for $150? Can you do it for $200? Even if you don't get that much, you have a higher chance of getting a discount by asking versus not asking. Same thing with body work. You can buy for the parts and then you can barter the labor, or find a way to make benefit from each other and see if they can help you out and you can help each other out, Well, those are my tips for you today when it comes to diagnosing and repairing your vehicle. We're going to have more videos on what to do, what to check, what are the things you need to watch out for to make sure these cars are good. At least that's my goal. Hopefully I find some time to do that. But yeah, so if you stuck around watching this video this long, thank you so much. I really wish you the best, and if you're waiting and watching this long, you're definitely onto something, and you have enough attention to watch something and learn. Okay, so especially if you watch most of my videos, you should have a good understanding of what's going on here. Wish you the best. Let's rock and roll. See you in the next video.